You can always tell by the glow, and it's not something that can be hidden with words or explained away with excuses. After intimacy, a woman's body undergoes a surge of physiological changes, and the skin is one of the first places where these shifts become visible. When the heart rate rises during passion, blood circulation increases, pushing oxygen and nutrients to the surface of the skin. This is why her cheeks may appear flushed, her lips a little fuller, and her overall complexion softer and brighter. It's almost as if her body has been polished from the inside out, creating a natural radiance that no cosmetic product can replicate. That glow is not just visual, it carries with it a warmth and an aura that others can feel when they're around her. This subtle shine lingers for a while, not fading instantly, because her body is still riding the wave of heightened blood flow and hormonal release. The warmth in her skin feels different, more alive, almost electric, as though every cell in her body is vibrating at a slightly higher frequency. Someone who is observant can notice that her face seems more open, her expressions more relaxed, and even the smallest movements carry a new softness. It's the body's way of signaling release, of showing that tension has been let go and replaced by vitality. The glow is both biological and psychological. On one level, it is pure science, circulation, oxygenation, hormones at play. On another, it is a reflection of her inner state, satisfaction, connection, and the release of stress. That combination makes her presence different, magnetic even, and it is why people can sense, without being told, that something intimate has just taken place. It is a glow that speaks louder than words. Her body language becomes a quiet confession, even when no words are spoken. After intimacy, the muscles that once carried tension begin to loosen, and you can see it in the way her posture changes. The shoulders drop slightly, as though a weight has been lifted, and her movements take on an effortless grace. She no longer sits with the same stiffness or stands with the same guardedness. There is a flow in her gestures, a softness in the way she carries herself that cannot be imitated. This relaxation is not laziness, it is the body releasing what it had been holding on to, surrendering to the calm that follows passion. Her breathing tells the same story. The rhythm slows down, deepens, and becomes more natural. It is no longer the shallow breath of anticipation or the hurried gasp of arousal, but the steady exhale of release. In these moments, every breath seems fuller, richer, as if her lungs have opened wider to take in more of life. Observers may not consciously notice it, but the atmosphere around her feels calmer because of this slower, grounded breathing. It is an energy shift that radiates outwards. The way she sits, the way she moves her hands, even the way she leans into a chair or bed, it all becomes more fluid. Her body stops fighting against invisible pressure and instead embraces ease. There is a noticeable gentleness in her presence, like a melody that has softened after reaching its crescendo. And while she may not even be aware of it, this relaxed state reveals more about her than words ever could. It is the unspoken signal of satisfaction, a quiet sign etched into her body language, visible to anyone who pays attention. The eyes reveal what words often conceal. After intimacy, a woman's gaze transforms in ways that are subtle yet unmistakable. Sometimes her eyelids seem heavier, carrying the weight of release and deep satisfaction, giving her a softer, dreamlike appearance. Other times, her eyes sparkle with an unusual brightness, almost as if lit from within, reflecting the surge of chemicals and emotions flowing through her body. This shift is not something that can be practiced or faked. It is the natural outcome of what happens when passion quiets the mind and floods the body with release. Her pupils may dilate, a physiological response tied to heightened arousal, and the hormonal changes that linger even after the act is over. This dilation, combined with the softened muscles around her eyes, creates a look that feels more open, more vulnerable, and yet more magnetic. In that moment, her eyes become storytellers, carrying traces of the intimacy she has just experienced. They can look dreamy, almost distant, as though she is still half immersed in the memory of what just happened. Or they can hold an intensity, a glow that communicates energy, connection, and a satisfaction too deep for words. even the way she looks at others shifts. Her gaze may linger longer, filled with warmth and calmness, or it may flicker with a playful lightness that wasn't there before. These changes are fueled by oxytocin and dopamine working in harmony, creating a blend of relaxation and joy that radiates through her expression. The eyes, more than any other part of the body, reflect this invisible transformation. They betray the truth that her body has just crossed through an experience of passion, leaving behind traces in the softness of her gaze and the light that dances in her eyes. Inside her body, a silent orchestra begins to play the moment intimacy reaches its end. Hormones flood her system, altering not just her biology but her mood, her presence, even her energy. Oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone, rises sharply. It creates a sense of closeness, calm, and warmth, softening her emotional state and making her more receptive to connection. This is why after sex, many women seem more affectionate, more tender, and more willing to engage in gentle touches or lingering closeness. It isn't just a choice, it's chemistry guiding her behavior. Dopamine, the reward hormone, adds another layer. It floods her brain with satisfaction, amplifying the sense of pleasure and reinforcing the memory of the experience. This is what gives her that subtle glow of contentment, the smile that seems effortless, the lightness in her tone of voice. At the same time, serotonin plays its part, stabilizing mood and balancing emotions, leaving her calmer and more at peace than before. The combination of these chemicals creates a powerful cocktail that not only impacts how she feels, but also how she appears to those around her. Her entire presence changes because of this internal chemistry. Her voice may soften, her laughter may come more easily, and her overall mood seems brighter. She radiates something that others can sense without knowing why. Even her body movements take on a more natural rhythm, less hurried, more assured, as if her mind and body have reached a state of harmony. These hormonal after effects are invisible, yet their results are written all over her face, her body, and her energy. They are the unseen forces that make her presence magnetic, leaving a trail of signals that reveal she has just experienced intimacy. Her touch carries a different language after intimacy, one that feels heightened, more deliberate, and undeniably sensitive. It's as though her fingertips are still echoing with the sensations she experienced, making even the smallest gestures feel charged with meaning. When she brushes her hand against her skin, adjusts her hair, or lets her fingers rest on someone else, there is a softness there that wasn't present before. The nervous system remains on high alert for some time after sex, keeping her sense of touch sharper and her body more responsive to contact. Movements that are usually automatic suddenly carry a quiet awareness. She may run her hands along her arms or legs more slowly, as if savoring the lingering warmth. Her gestures become smoother, less mechanical, as though her body is moving with a rhythm it has learned during passion. Even simple actions, like the way she stretches or shifts in her seat, can appear more graceful, more fluid, almost as if her body is still in dialogue with the experience it just had. This heightened sensitivity also shows in how she interacts with others. A gentle touch on the shoulder may linger longer, a hug may feel warmer, and even her proximity may carry more weight. It's not always intentional. Her body simply radiates an openness that comes from being attuned to physical sensation. Her skin glows not just with blood flow, but with an invisible electricity that seems to hum beneath the surface. The combination of relaxation, heightened nerves, and emotional openness makes her touch magnetic. To an observer, these small changes might appear subtle, but to someone who pays attention, they are unmistakable signs. Her movements and touches speak of a body still resonating with intimacy, carrying its echoes in every gesture. There is a quiet confidence that follows intimacy, a presence that does not need to announce itself yet cannot be ignored. After sex, a woman often carries herself with an ease that is both subtle and magnetic. It's in the way she walks, unhurried and grounded, as if each step has found a steadier rhythm. It's in the way she smiles, not forced or rehearsed, but effortlessly genuine, like the kind of smile that belongs only to someone deeply satisfied in the moment. This confidence is not about arrogance. It is about a deep sense of release that allows her to move through the world lighter, freer, and more secure in her own skin. Her energy shifts, and it radiates outward in ways that others can feel. The glow in her face, the calm in her breathing, the softness in her gaze. All of it blends into an aura that makes her more magnetic. People may not be able to explain why they feel drawn to her, but they sense it. It's the kind of energy that cannot be faked because it doesn't come from surface level performance. It comes from a body and mind that have been brought into balance through intimacy. This satisfaction extends beyond her appearance and into her attitude. She may laugh more easily, speak with greater warmth, and exude a sense of certainty in her presence. It's as if the walls that usually guard her have lowered, replaced with a natural openness that draws people in. Her confidence in these moments is not loud or showy. It is quiet, powerful, and undeniable. It lingers in the air like a subtle perfume, a signal that she has just experienced something profound. Her body and energy together tell the story, without a single word spoken. When you look closely, you realize these signs are not random, they are the body's truth written in plain sight. The glow in her skin, the softness in her posture, the shift in her eyes, the surge of hormones, the sensitivity in her touch, and the quiet confidence that follows. Together, they form a silent language only the observant can understand. It is not about judgment, nor is it about guessing. It is about recognizing the undeniable way intimacy reshapes a woman's presence. Her body whispers what her lips may never say, and in that whisper lies a powerful reminder. Passion leaves traces that no one can completely hide,